Week 3, the 3-3 49ers. Oh, did I just say week 3? Week 7, the 3-3 49ers come to Carolina to face the 6-0 Panthers. I think it's safe to say we are now the gold standard of the NFL. You can't deny it anymore. We are the number one team in the world. So, just wanted to rub that in a little bit. 49ers are third in passing, 10th in points scoring against them, and 10th in defending the run. And after last week's game, where the Bills' backup quarterback torched us for over 300 fucking yards, we're now mid in pass defense. And got to face up against Nick Bosa, Brock Purdy, Jay Love. CMC had retired. Bucks are just one game behind us. We have not played them yet. We do hold the Vikings and the Saints first round picks next year. Manning's leading the league in passing and yards and touchdowns, and then scoring with sacks with 14. 14 through 6 games. I don't know what's gotten into him. I haven't changed stats. I haven't changed settings. I haven't changed anything. But the we know the record's what, 22. I know it's 22. I'm just looking to see if anyone's broken it since. Nope. Oh yeah, no one's broken it. He's got 14. So I think the only thing that can stop him is getting injured. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't like what's changed. I mean, I know he progressed maybe a tad compared to last year. I'd have to go back and look at the video of the off season of the stats and then the progression tool as well. But yeah, he's a beast. He's dominating. I'm almost wondering if I need to sit him out. Let's secure the record first. How about that? We'll secure the record and then maybe he'll be the backup. How about that? I don't want to demolish a fucking sack record to where none of our players could ever get it again. And then J.C. Horns tied for the league lead in interceptions. I looked up our top three receiving in yards around the mid to 400 to 500 yards range. So it's kind of hard to get someone at the top of the list when we spread the ball so much, which is nice. Same with rushing yards. All right, let's take a look at the 49ers staff, see if there's been any head coaching changes recently. Steve Spagnuolo, okay. Yeah, he's been their coach for a couple years now. Um, he's avoiding getting fired. How about that? Okay, Jatavian Sanders still out. Dow just got injured last week in game, so he'll be out for a little bit. But we got some backups. We're okay. Derwin James Jr. and James Cook. Okay, so they're relatively healthy. Let's see, 49ers depth chart. Brock Purdy. Ooh, let's just hope. Let's just hope Purdy doesn't get injured, huh? Because the future Hall of Famer Spencer Rattler is sitting and waiting. He's always destroyed us when he was with the Saints for some reason. Jeremiah Love is his name. Great young running back. Did that say George Kittle's their half fullback? It did. Alright, Devontae Smith, Tank Dell. And it looks like Lake McCree has taken over the X Factor. I mean, either way, man, these guys are good tight ends. All right. So far, their offensive line is bad, except for this guy and this guy. Okay, so basically center to left is where we want to exploit. And you got Nick Bosa going up against the best right tackle in the league, Donko. It's such a cool, that's a cool name. Darius Robinson out of Missouri coming in on the other side. Nothing too dangerous here. Okay, now of course, Fred Warner, always a danger, always a problem. Yeah, nothing. I think we're just gonna keep doing what we do. And this kicker has horrible accuracy. So, as in the last game where they attempted a, what was it? Over. It was definitely over 50 yards. They missed it. That's with what kickers with low accuracy will do. Even though our future Hall of Fame kicker has missed two this year, more than 50 yards away. All right, we're gonna do. I think just the same thing, man. I mean, I'm always trying to. I think I'm overthinking it a lot, but I'm trying not to get caught with our panties down. Oh, it says throw it deep, huh? Well, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say throw it medium. Okay, what else could we go over here? Oh, we did have a strategy session, and we're trying to exploit their center. Hopefully, it gives up 2 sacks, which oddly, centers don't really give up a lot of sacks, even if they're bad. All right, I think we're ready to go. You know what we're gonna do this time? We're gonna do. All right, let's go here, there, and then pants wise. There we go. Let's do that.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And up next, we'll see Robert Woods. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes.
Go Robert Woods.
The Panthers and the Niners. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Okay, so this game is what? The 7th game? Alright, so when it comes to depth chart. Okay, I think we're back at the top. So it's, yeah, Brown, Hunter, Horn. And then next week it'll be Hunter, Horn, Brown, and Horn, Brown, Hunter. Okay. So we're keeping everything here for this one. Same with corners. Alright, cool. Oops. Almost fucked up there.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a glance here at the veteran who will be leading them, now in his 8th year in the NFL.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Staying on the ground, it's Love. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
Now Manning. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Manning going to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20.
Oh, damn.
A big play there for Carolina.
Gotta see that again.
49 yards.
Damn.
Very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that.
I was half in, half out. So let's see here. All right, so he basically could have just launched it if he had the arm strength, and it, of course, set his feet and all that. But basically, we have okay. Wow. Okay. I'm good with it. So I like seeing Brown get more catches, man. If he could somehow become a good to great pass catcher, then that guy is gonna be hard to beat. His speed is insane.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Manning to throw once more. Complete. Smith has it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Manning now to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Niners offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. As we check out the league leaders in passing yards, you can see he's right up there among the best in the NFL at this point in the season. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
They'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Fielded just inside the 20. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Now Manning. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The numbers for Williams a week ago, 9 catches, 80 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort.
Man.
Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek,
and
we'll take a break.
He's the one that fucking hurt Bosa.
To throw is Manning.
We constantly are sending.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Purdy looking to throw.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Shotgun handoff now for Love.
Oh, damn.
Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here's Manning to throw.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Now Manning. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some...
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
And it's picked up by the Panthers. And the field position doesn't get much better than this.
Who got the sack? Was that Scorton?
8-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't
Washington.
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors.
I don't know. I don't have enough evidence.
Need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
They overturned it.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Throwing on second and long.
Purdy.
Oh, shit. You're in trouble.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Throwing here, Purdy.
Oh, damn. There you go, Richie. That's the kind of shit I want to see from you.
Taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield.
Oh, dude, he could just fucking run his ass over.
As he takes this down inside the 35-yard
Spin move, juke, I don't know.
13 yards, first down,
arm, maybe?
Panthers. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, we want to run up the middle. They can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
Now 2nd and 5.
Throwing is Manning.
Short throw to Smith. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves them with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Manning.
Oh, damn it, bro.
Incomplete.
That's where his hands come in
right
fucking.
there with him to force that
Would be
to the
nice
ground.
if they were better.
And 4th down now coming up. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Better block
They'll
Fred
go
Warner.
for it. It's Manning. And
Oh, he made up for it.
Open man, that's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a play fake.
Yep.
Manning. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
What I say.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw, it's Manning.
Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing now is Manning. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. As San Francisco's offense returns to the field, they'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, here's Love. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. They work now on 2nd and 9. As they've got it as we resume action. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Peyton fucking Wilson, baby. Oh, he's got the edge. He's gone. He's gone. Nice. That's 2 this year.
Bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
An excellent play there.
See, what I don't
CD
get
on the pick 6, and I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
On the rookie
Brandon, I think they went
contract.
standard nickel, not the
Technically,
Buffalo, as teams like to call it,
on
meaning
paper,
3 safeties
better
for big
than
nickel. They just want to
Wilson.
take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what
But
they did.
I haven't
They came
seen
through with a big
Powers
time
do
pick
the shit
6.
that
Now the try
Peyton
here for the
Wilson
extra
has done.
point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
did.
you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. Straight ahead running. Here's Love. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Here's Purdy.
Flush to his right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
They fucking recovered
A lot
it?
of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Now Purdy.
He finds his man, complete. It's Love. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez.
Wow, what a disappointing end to their drive
Now
there.
a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line.
The Panthers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's an early front runner for MVP of the NFL here in the first half of the season. As you can see, he's a league leader in passing yards at this stage of the game.
This Carolina offense
shit.
at the line, ready to go.
Oh shit, go Brown.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no
He's gone.
quarterback ever goes out there saying,
You're not going to catch him.
right?
Not one that I've ever.
Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 79 yards.
And the Panthers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Purdy.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
They go play action here. Purdy.
There you go.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are in great shape here.
You know, the first few years.
Their 46-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say,
yeah,
listen,
the first 3 years, 25, 26, 27, he just
let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
And the Panthers coming out now.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. So after the INT, it's Manning.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Short throw to Smith. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Manning. And he's
Get
got
in there,
his man
yes.
in stride, complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
I want to see XL get a lot of touchdowns this
Xavier
year.
Legette
From 13 yards out.
and the Panthers have opened the lead up to 30. Boy, I mean, at this point, what more do we say here? I got nothing.
And you know, so many people talk all the time about having announcer-less games, and they want that. This could be a candidate for it, because if we stay here and do this, we're going to have a lot to fill in the second half.
There's still another half.
Extra point splits the uprights. And a round is on here in this
Talking
first
shit
half.
on the Niners.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
To the right side and caught by Dell.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Purdy. That is caught by Dell.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
This is where the AI feels bad for them.
Dell
From 6 yards away.
and the Niners are able
All
to
of a
cut
sudden,
into
all
that
their players
deficit.
act like they're X Factors.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. 5 plays there on that drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
Manning gonna throw. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now Manning. Short throw to Smith. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Manning now to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Fucking Scatabo, bro.
They
He just
bring a
sat
man
there.
off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Thought they'd run the football there on 3rd and inches. Decided to try to pass it, and obviously it did not pay off.
Yeah, that is conventional wisdom. You don't have far to go to pick up the 1st down. I wonder if they overthought it a little bit. Thought maybe they'd catch them napping and get a big play over the top. Instead, the sack occurred.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Throwing to start the drive.
Purdy. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
That is caught.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Purdy looking to throw.
Damn.
He's going to be intercepted for the 3rd
That's
time
what happens,
thus
man.
far. Picked off
That's
by
going to be his
J.C.
3rd touchdown
Horn.
of the year.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this 1st half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this 1st half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Purdy.
He's got the hook up to Miller. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This offense so far on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this 1st half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
Now Manning. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's Manning to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And
Another one.
Stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Here is 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Manning. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL.
Turn
you
it.
and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
From the gun, it's Manning. This will be caught once again by Brown.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Manning. Flushed out
Damn it,
right.
bro.
And he's going to have to eat this
They
one
can
as
never.
down he goes.
Wait, what the fuck's going on again?
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down.
Wait, is this... How did this happen again? Like, is this happening... Is this the whole fucking game? What the fuck did I do wrong? I'll have to remember to look into that. I thought it happened like mid last game.
Speeches
Out of
and
nowhere.
guys jumping up and down. They might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
He's got Brown on the out route complete.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now Manning again.
There you go.
That one complete to Liggett.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
2nd and 5.
In motion goes the tight end. Throwing is Manning. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Oh, dude, you could have ran for it,
Throw
dumb
here,
fuck.
right sideline, falls incomplete.
So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
And they're going for it. What the fuck? With no timeouts left. 15 seconds left.
Try to
And they
punch
run
it
it.
in with Taylor. And he's
I mean,
able to pick up the
that was the
first
stupidest
before
shit
he's
you could have
brought
done,
down
bro.
Inside the 5 at the 4. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, and it's the Jaguars who are out in front. The Jags locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Justin Herbert responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one.
Come on,
Josh
Dolphins.
Reynolds, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half. Because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has been a monster in the red zone here in these first couple of months of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in rushing touchdowns. To throw is Manning. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Go deep to 2. Go deep to 2.
To throw, it's Manning. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. From midfield, here's Manning. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The 49ers offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Caught left side. Here's Dell. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Purdy now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Love. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 2nd and 6. Now Purdy. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
No.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Man, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. He'll take it at the 42. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
We had 3 guys there,
and the
and I don't
Panthers will
think
take
they
over
blocked
now, 1st and 10.
one of the 2.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Now Manning. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Got a man. That's Liggett.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Manning. They'll roll him out
Dude,
right.
he just runs right
and
to
he
him.
can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
D.J. Waddle
Picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing now is Manning. This is caught by Williams. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Xavier Legette
With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers are pouring it on. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They turn to Love on the handoff. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now a 2nd and 10. Purdy.
And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line.
Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up 1st downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up 1st downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
He's going deep for Brown.
He's got him.
And he's got it inside the 10.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
A big play there for Carolina. 46 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Manning going to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers extend their lead yet again.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that
this pass is intercepted for the 4th time today? And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
He almost fucking
Possession of the
broke the
football
seam up
goes
the
over
middle,
to
too.
Carolina.
Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
So after the INT, it's Manning. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete.
It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Manning now to throw. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to extend
Donko
their
took
lead
Fred
in the
Warner
final
on.
seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Well, it looked better from the other end.
A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this
Actually,
one away.
not a bad idea.
And able to get this.
All right, I want to keep Arch in there. Let's see the fucking the guy we just traded for. Same here.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And we're back now in Charlotte. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Purdy looking to throw.
And now
Damn,
here's
bro.
another interception.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. but to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
He's gone.
They find some open field
Damn.
here. And they'll wind up getting this
Dude,
one
just,
all the way down inside the 20.
You don't have to cover the ball
It's a
when you have
gain
open
of
field like that.
35.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
At the 14-yard line.
Here's Manning to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
Nice.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Xavier Legette, his third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
I'll see this real quick and then make a change. Hold on. Look at Excel, bro. You fucking just. Yep. You can't beat that. Who needs Puka, man? I told y'all. Told y'all we didn't need Puka anymore. Excel's like Puka 2.0. Faster, stronger, just needs the stats to get the overall. Alright. Yeah, I was gonna go, yeah, here was gonna. Let's do Beeman and Hammond.
Extra point forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Yeah, man.
Buying time to his left.
Sewn.
And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
93 is Sewn. Number 94 is Hammond. Number 92 is Beam.
Here's Purdy. He's got Smith here. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the 49ers first down.
Purdy from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 12. First down, San Francisco.
Back to throw, Purdy. Quick slant here to Smith. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
And they'll
Oh,
again,
damn it.
but he will
Not
lose
having it.
yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught by Smith. Touchdown, 49ers. 4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the 49ers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
On the ground, this is Terrell Davis. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the gun on 3rd down, Manning.
That is caught.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now the try here for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Oh,
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Purdy now to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
what constitutes a fucking penalty here?
Sometimes.
Okay.
The lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Now a 2nd and 2. Purdy off the play fake. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident
JC
everywhere.
another pick 6.
This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
Uh-oh,
And this
Ransom.
is going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Carolina, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games.
Damn.
And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
622 total yards to their 321. We held them to 31 yards rushing. We rushed for 137. They passed for 290. We passed for 485. They had 6 fucking turnovers. We had none. 6 fucking interceptions, man. Killing, we just total, I mean, not 100% domination, but it's at least 90%. $156 yards. 131, 2 touchdowns. They get 73 and 3. He is injured though. Moko with 6 fucking pancakes. Thompson gave up 2 sacks supposedly. Taco 1. Not that many sacks appears. J.C. Horn with 3 interceptions. Damn. So Barron. This one must have hurt. So close to not getting that fucking edge, man. So like right here, he sees that fucking hole. Damn, he almost would have broke through too. He just had to get past number 4, and he would have been gone. If number 4 wasn't there, he's gone. Okay, now that one you had to jump for. It was one several games ago where he kind of did like one of those, and I didn't think he had to. One. I guess the hand or the knee or the knee. Damn, that's close. Dude, what are you doing, bro? If you're gonna do that, you need to fucking throw it at like the 36, 37 yard line towards the sideline, man. Alright. Just dominated the Niners. Wait, I thought we allowed 2 or less passing touchdowns. Why did we not get that 6? It's fucked up. The fuck? God, why is it? That's fucked up, man. I guess it's my fault. I was thinking it happened during game. Gannon becoming our fucking Brady Christensen. Alright, let's see here. Let's take a look at the stats. See if how many sacks they've given up. Thompson with 11. dude. I think who's gonna be the first O lineman to go? Icky or Thompson? Preferably for a guy who's a superstar. I'm gonna say probably whoever's contract is up next. Probably Thompson. Thompson, like he's good overall. I don't know, dude. I think he's better on paper. Gives up too many sacks. Okay, facing the 6-1 Bucks, the Ijero Evero Bucks. And then who is it? Brad Idzik. I think he's in Miami. They're 2-5. How are the Vikings? 2-4. Saints 3-4. Okay. Well, could end up with top picks again. Never know. I do like seeing division foes give us their first round picks and just watch them lose. Let's take a look at the Buccaneers injury report. Alright, Savion Red, this guy. Nobody too big. This guy is their backup running back. Giroux Vero, plucked from the Panthers coaching staff. Runs a West Coast zone run. Who, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go look at his coordinators. Runs that base 3-4. So he took his defense and he would have taken whoever's offense, belongs to the offensive coordinator. So he's got Mike McDaniel as OC and Larry Foote as DC, whoever that guy is. Okay, who's their? Are they starting that rookie quarterback? Vera just said, Mike, you got the offense. I ain't touching that shit. Whatever you want to do, Mike. Whatever you want to do. You want a quarterback? Okay, we'll get you a quarterback. How's this kid out of USC look, huh? Yeah, this little 16-year-old kid. He just got his driver's license. Ryder Lyons. What a fucking stupid name. Ryder. Ryder. You got Jameer Gibbs. Dude, why do I feel like his face is a meme? Chris Godwin, man, he won't give up. Okay, so they're running a 3-4. They have this guy and this guy at defensive end. He's the nose tackle, or he should be the nose tackle. Bacon and Rojas. Tony Rojas. This guy's fucking bigger than their defensive end. Okay, they don't have a lot of anything. They're gonna be prime for the taking, gentlemen and ladies. Trade deadline too. I'm checking something out. Well, okay then. They're first in running, eighth in pass defense. We're 21st, man. We just keep giving it. I guess that's just going to be a occupational hazard. When they're up by this much, they're just going to have to keep running. I just don't understand, like, why they only passed for 2 touchdowns. How would we not get that? Like, it clearly says allow 2 or less passing touchdowns. We only allowed 2, and we didn't get it. Yeah, because we got the 10 there. I think I got it here, so that's 16. Plus 3. Or did I have it here? Yeah. 10, 8, 18 plus these 3. Like, well, why would we not? Huh, have I never been getting it? That sucks. Anytime they throw 2 touchdown passes, I haven't been getting it? Damn. I haven't been paying attention to that. Alright, that'll do it. Till next time. Going to Tampa to face the 6-1 Bucks.